everyone, it's Innovation. Recently, I've seen a lot of amazing swimmers at the Olympics, and they're great dives.
The obvious question is, can we explain what makes a dive that gives you good distance and the right angle of entry to be an Olympic caliber swimmer?
Yes, we can. So we're going to show you that in this video. Let's get right into it.
Alright, this is my starting point, and over the video I try a lot of different techniques and things. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, to help me practice my start, we've got this, which is basically just a piece of pipe with a little T-end at the top so that I can wrap my noodle around. And then it's also got a piece of pipe over here, and we just duct tape the noodle as a circle. So I'm going to dive through the ring. Alright, now my swim coach, also known as my dad, is going to give me some tips.
Now the key is going to be to make sure that you're kind of getting enough height before you angle down into the water. The key is you want to be as far in the air as you can go, but not belly flap. Belly flap, you're going to, and if you get a belly flap, you're going to get a lot of surface tension. So the idea, Finn, is you want to get as far as you can, and then you want to angle in a way that's going to allow you to cleanly enter the water, and then angle your body out to carry your momentum for the maximum distance in the air with the maximum propulsion underwater.
So what I'm trying to do is when I dive off, I'm trying to come in at an angle that makes sure that I have as little of a splash as possible and I go in through one hole. Alright, so here's what that looks like underwater. As you can see, I come in at an angle before I straighten out and do my underwaters. So there's the angle and there's the underwater. And now that I know what it feels like to enter in one hole, using the hole noodleinator, it's kind of like a drill when swimming, because I don't want to do this like, every time I do a start, or my starts will be wonky and I'll be diving like I'm going through a ring. But it's kind of like overdoing one thing so I can get better and optimize my start. On this start, I'm going to try adding a little bit more push with my arms and see if I can get a little bit more distance. Let's go. Alright, this time I'm going to try to add distance by using a noodle and seeing if I can jump over it.
Sometimes just moving that noodle out that little bit, even though it won't hurt if he hits it, just kind of gives him the idea of where he's aiming.
Alright, so this time I'm going to try to lift my head when I shoot off, because your body tends to follow your head. But of course, if my head's up, I want to make sure to put it back down before I hit the water, or my face will hit the water and it won't be good. So, I'm going to try looking up.
Ooh, I like that one, Finn.
Alright, now just to show you how much that really helped, here's a little visualization. So it's like an opacity thing where you can see both. Here's a before and after. And the one where I go farther is where I lifted my head. And as you can probably see, that's a really big difference. When I lifted my head, I ended up going way farther. And in this second clip, you'll see why it's really important. Now, air is a lot thinner than water, so being in it is going to be a lot faster. Now you can see where my hands are in both clips, and that's about a foot difference, so that would be like a whole second in a race that would be shaved off simply by lifting my head. Alright, so as you could probably see with that last one, I thought I got a lot farther than previously, but now the next thing I'm going to be practicing is pushing my hands and my legs at the right time, and doing that, it should be kind of like a two-phase rocket. So your hands and back legs should push off first, and then your front leg can push off after you're about leaving the block. So it's like push, push, and it gives you that extra power.
All right, so I like now where Finn is getting out distance-wise. Obviously, we would love a little more distance if we can. I mean, I would say that to anyone in the world. If we could dive to the middle of the pool, obviously you don't have to swim much. But now that we kind of like where his distance is, and I think it's kind of stabilizing, now what he wants to do is we're getting our distance kind of at an angle, but as he changes his angle to go through the surface tension, if he carries that angle, he's going to go too deep. So now as he enters, what he wants to do is change his body position so that he carries that energy out. And he's going to do that by arching his back, and he's going to do that by maybe playing with his hand angles a little bit. We want to make sure that now that he's going in clean with his toes pointed, that he doesn't just take him right to the bottom like it was when we went through the noodle. So now we want to go through, but as we're going through, as his body is entering that hole and straightening, he's going to start to angle so it carries maximum distance.
Alright, once again, here's a little visualization of that. So as you can see, I'm going in and I'm pretty straight. And then right about here, you can see that my back is very curved compared to like right there, and now I've smoothed out again. So that's trying to like angle myself so I don't hit the bottom and lose speed. Here's another example of that. So as you can see, it's underwater, and there's the moment where I angle my back before smoothing it out and continuing my underwater. Alright, so now in all of these examples, you can totally see the back arch. So in this one, there it is. And here's just, some underwaters because they're pretty fun to watch. But they're pretty great examples of, like, arching the back.
Well, that sums up this video. I hope you learned a little bit about diving and how to get the right entry and distance for swimming.
Swimming, Finn, that reminds me of a joke.
Oh boy.
Why are elephants always ready to go swimming?
I don't know. Why?
Because they always have their trunks on.
That was terrible. Whatever. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.